Hey everyone, I'm Jack.
And I'm Elena.
Welcome to our show all about goals.
We're here to help you achieve all those goals you have for 2025.
Yeah, a lot of people, they like to set these goals, especially at the beginning of the year.
Those New Year's resolutions everyone makes.
But sometimes those resolutions kind of fall by the wayside.
It's so easy to do.
So we're going to dive into how to stay focused and how to really make those goals happen this year.
So it's not enough to just think about your goal.
You really have to write them down.
When you write something down, it makes it much more real.
Right, you're more likely to remember.
Like imagine you want to sail to an island.
Okay.
You need a map to get there, right?
You need a map.
Your written goals are like that map.
Keep you on course.
Exactly.
And there's a great story about this really successful man.
Oh yeah, he could tell how much money someone had.
Just by asking if they had written goals.
It's so true. The people who didn't have written goals, they usually had less money in the bank.
That's amazing.
Isn't that interesting?
It is interesting because it really shows you that those written goals help you make better decisions.
Yeah, and help you stay motivated.
Absolutely. And, there's a study that found that people who write down their goals
Are way more likely to achieve them, like 42% more likely to achieve them.
that's almost half.
Yeah, just by writing your goals down.
That's incredible. So writing your goals is a great first step.
It is, but then you also need to look at your goals often.
Right, like remind yourself.
Yeah, remind your brain that they're important.
Because our brains have this special system,
It's called the reticular activating system, or the RAS.
the RAS.
So this system helps us focus on things that are important to us.
Okay, so like for example,
Imagine you want to buy a red car,
okay,
and then all of a sudden you start seeing red cars everywhere.
it's true.
That's your RAS.
Wow.
It's now looking for red cars because it's important to you.
So if you look at your goals, often your brain will start looking for ways to help you achieve those goals.
Exactly.
That's amazing. So review your goals regularly, like every day or every week.
Yeah, it'll help you stay on track and focused.
Absolutely. So we've talked about writing down goals and reviewing them often.
What about monitoring your progress?
Right. So it's important to track how you're doing.
It helps you stay on track, and you can make adjustments if you need to.
Yeah, like think about climbing a mountain.
Okay,
You need to check your map every once in a while.
right. See how far you've come,
See if you need to change your route.
or take a break.
But you always need to know where you are.
A study found that people who tracked their progress were more likely to reach their goals.
There's so many ways to track your progress.
Oh yeah, you could use a to-do list,
A calendar,
a journal.
even just a simple notebook.
Find a method that works for you and use it consistently.
So we've talked about the importance of planning. But what happens when things don't go according to plan?
Well, obstacles are a part of life.
So you have to think about those potential obstacles.
Yeah, and make a plan for how you will overcome them.
This is called mental contrasting.
It's like thinking about if you were sailing to that island and then you encounter a storm.
Oh no.
What would you do? Would you change course? Would you wait for the storm to pass?
Thinking about these things in advance can really help you prepare.
Yeah, there's a great method called WOOP.
Whoop.
Yeah, it stands for Wish Outcome Obstacle Plan.
So first you think about your wish.
That's your goal.
Then you think about the outcome.
Yeah.
What will it be like when you achieve your goal?
And then think about the obstacles.
What could prevent you from reaching your goal?
And finally, you make a plan.
What will you do to overcome those obstacles?
Exactly. The WOOP method helps you be prepared.
And be ready for those challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of practical steps.
Yeah, like writing down your goals and making a plan.
But now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about something a little different.
Okay.
Your identity.
Identity.
You know who we believe we are.
It really shapes how we see the world and how we act.
And when we tie our goals to our identity,
They become more powerful.
I like that. So for example,
Okay.
instead of saying, I want to eat healthy,
Right.
you can say, I'm a healthy person.
It's a small change, but it can make a big difference.
Right, because it's not just something you're trying to do, it's who you are.
Exactly.
It's part of you.
It is.
Here's another example. Instead of saying, I want to write a book,
Okay.
you could say, I am a writer.
When you believe you are a writer, you're more likely to actually write.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So think about your goals and how you can connect them to your identity.
I like that a lot.
It can really boost your motivation.
Now let's talk about something that everyone loves.
Ooh, what's that?
Movement.
Oh.
Moving our bodies is so important.
Yes, for our health.
And it can really help us achieve our goals.
But a lot of people struggle to find movement they enjoy.
It's true.
They try to force themselves to do things they don't actually like.
Yeah, like running.
Oh,
Just because running is really
it
popular,
doesn't mean it's right for everyone.
you got to find something you genuinely enjoy. Something that makes you feel good.
Exactly.
Maybe you like swimming.
Or dancing.
Swimming more.
The key is to find something you can stick with.
Something you can do consistently.
It's much better to do a little bit of something you love than a lot of something you hate.
That's so true.
So explore those options.
Okay, so next let's talk about relationships.
Relationships.
The people we spend our time with.
They have such a big impact on our lives.
Yeah, some people give us energy.
Yeah, they make us feel happy and supported.
But then there are other people who kind of drain our energy.
Yeah, they can leave us feeling tired and stressed.
So think about the people in your life who gives you energy and who drains it.
That's a good question to ask yourself.
It's important to be around people who support you and believe in you.
People who encourage you to grow.
And if there are people in your life who are draining your energy, you might need to set some boundaries.
You don't have to cut them out of your life completely.
Just maybe limit your time with them.
Yeah, and focus on those relationships that energize you.
And we've talked about, taking care of our relationships with others.
Right.
But what about the relationship we have with ourselves?
That's an important one.
It's easy to neglect ourselves when we're busy focusing on all these other things.
It really is.
But taking care of ourselves is so essential.
It's how we can achieve our goals.
It's like, think of yourself as a prized racehorse.
Okay. A racehorse.
You have to take good care of it.
Right, to help it perform at its best.
And that's how we need to treat ourselves.
You need to make sure you're getting enough sleep.
Eating healthy food.
Giving yourself time to relax and recharge.
When you take care of yourself, you have more energy, more focus,
Exactly.
and you're able to achieve those goals.
Here's a little challenge.
Okay, I like a good challenge.
Make a no complaints commitment.
A no complaints commitment? What is that?
It means trying not to complain.
Okay,
Because complaining can be a really bad habit.
it can be.
It drains our energy and makes us feel negative.
Yeah, of course. There are times when it's important to talk about our problems.
Of course.
But there's a difference between, sharing our struggles and just constantly complaining.
Exactly.
Instead of complaining, try to focus on solutions.
If something is bothering you,
Right, ask yourself, can I change this?
if the answer is yes,
Seek action
but if the answer is no, try to accept it.
and move on.
Because complaining won't change the situation.
It'll just bring you down.
Yeah, and it can prevent you from achieving your goals.
So make a commitment to complain less.
And focus on those positive solutions.
Okay, so we've talked about taking care of ourselves.
And our relationships.
Now let's talk about something fun.
Ooh, fun.
I like it.
Micro-adventures.
Micro adventures.
What are those?
They're these little adventures you can have
Yeah.
in your everyday life.
So it's a way to try new things.
Yeah, step out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Okay, give me some examples.
You could take a cooking class.
I've always wanted to do that. Or go to a concert by yourself.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Maybe visit a new park.
They don't have to be big or expensive, these micro adventures.
Yeah, not at all.
Just something new, something exciting,
Something that challenges you a little bit.
and helps you grow.
Exactly.
I like it. So try to have at least one micro adventure a week
Yeah, it'll keep things interesting.
and make your life more exciting.
And you'll learn new things.
That's awesome. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We talked about setting goals,
Writing those goals down.
reviewing them often so we don't forget about them,
Monitoring your progress.
overcoming obstacles,
We talked about identity, relationships,
self-care.
and those fun micro-adventures.
Hopefully you found all these tips really helpful.
Remember, even small changes can make a big difference.
So pick one thing you could do today
Just one small step.
to move closer to your goals
Good luck, everyone.
and have a great 2025.